Yeah, he does.
But I love the guy. He was a really good
Who, Kendrick?
brawler. Finley, actually.
Finley.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know we started talking about Finley.
Sorry.
Yeah, because the last guy I mentioned was Noam Dar.
Yeah, and somehow
'Cause-
I got to Finley.
yeah,
Sorry.
because no, the thing with Dar is, yeah, he's been in a pretty stupid feud, but he's
Fuck's
good.
sake. It's...
And as well, like, if you remember when he debuted, the crowd was so behind him.
Okay, but he debuted in Glasgow, I believe.
Yeah, but still, even if you debut in your hometown, if the crowd gets behind you, in Vince's mind, that's money.
Well, yeah. Vince is he's loving the money, and the recent years have been really great in that regard. You watched some data about the WWE financial situation?
I don't really keep up with it. I know Raw isn't doing as well as they'd like. Like, it's not making.
Yes,
SmackDown's, I think, is apparently making slightly more money. Rumored, that's what I've heard. I might be
and
wrong.
that's why Vince gonna murder it again.
No, I don't think he will. I think. Well, the thing is,
Well,
you want to bring more money to Raw. One, if you keep 3 hours, you just make that 205 live. Then you make the third or first hour, just base it around the cruiserweights, give them that hour to kind of have their show, or you cut Raw
or
back down to two
just
hours.
half an hour. It would greatly help the
Just give them like
division.
a straight half, yeah. Especially while they're on SmackDown, because that happens right after SmackDown. You get the big main event, like last week it was John Cena match. That's the
Yeah.
main event. It's like right after that. Oh, by the way, now we have 205 live. So well, that wasn't the
They
main event
really
then.
should move the whole thing down to Full Sail.
Move the cruiserweights to, yeah, get them off Raw, make them a separate brand, make them not eligible in a brand split draft, and just put them on
Put in the same.
in Full Sail and have them appear at takeover events.
Yes, and that would be great.
And if you want them
Uh,
on main roster stuff, bring them up for the big four: WrestleMania,
yeah, like
SummerSlam, Survivor
Raya
Series, and
said,
Rumble.
it's just like when they brought all the women in as the Woman Revolution. It was a clusterfuck.
Exactly. They didn't know what. Why was Alicia Fox there first off? Also, where was Natalia? She's arguably one of the best people there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right, so what we're talking about, cruiserweight still?
Well, we were just saying how the cruiserweights in theory should move to Full Sail and start touring with them, and just appear on takeover events, and then arguably, if you really want them to, like WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
But you know what's the other problem with the cruiserweights? They're
They're being
they're
booked
really
terribly.
not they're really not original right now, because just imagine, what does Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins do in the main event? Precisely the same thing as the cruiserweights
But also,
do.
if you look at it from another perspective, when the cruiserweights got announced, they're coming to Raw. Finn Balor got brought up, wasn't he? He's under 205. He's eligible for the cruiserweight division.
The one thing that annoys me about this cruiserweight division is that they've just said, hey, you're staying by yourself. Stay there. Play against each other. Don't play with the big boys.
Also, the thing I find annoying is half of them all have submissions. Like,
Yeah,
cruiserweights
okay.
are known for doing some crazy stuff, and all their finishes are submissions. And it's like, if you want to keep it on someone, keep it on TJ, maybe, and Kendrick, and then that's about it.
yeah.
And
And I don't know the strike finishers, like who's the dancing guy? He is
Rich
the
Swann.
champ, I believe now. Yeah, his kick just looks stupid.
The setup for the kick looks even better. Like, I think there was that one move he did the first week he showed up. He did some setup move that looked fantastic, and then he did the kick, and it was like, well, the setup move looked better.
Yeah, it's
oh well.
the strike finisher is not for everyone. You have to believe that there's a force behind that.
Yeah, like, but as well, you're not gonna, if say they abolish the cruiserweight division, you're not gonna get put in the main event without a strike finish. Like,
Yeah,
what main
that's
event
true.
talent now ends every single match with a submission?
Well, I mean, it depends on what the submission is, mainly.
Well, if you look at it, Brian, they got rid of the yes lock when he won the belt. They gave him the knee. Punk originally started out only using the Vice in ECW, and then when he got signed up with WWE, he got GTS when he started winning belts.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
but
always prefer I always prefer wrestlers having 2 or 3 finishers because then it's it's not as
I do as well. Like in my 2K17 custom wrestler, like I have 2 different finishes, and then one of them on the outside, and then the other one's a completely different one.
Oh, but yeah, speaking of 2K17, I haven't actually got the game yet because is it out for PC?
not yet.
Don't know. I have it for PS4, and we just got the Future Stars back today. So
It's just the things with me is I always have my submissions as like signature moves.
that's what I have as well. Like for mine, like there's one from the New Moves DLC. It's Gargano's tap out finish, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
do it from a standing position. It's that one, and it's a sig. And my other one's I think Phoenix Splash.
To me, it really depends how devastating the submission looks. In terms of how much I like it. When it comes to something like Brock Lesnar's Kimura look, whew,
Yeah.
because I've done judo in my time, and that hurts so much if you do it wrong.
I can imagine. Like you know how the sleeper hold looks boring.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
That could legit kill you.
Yeah, I know.
That could kill you.
I'm in school, and I probably shouldn't admit this, but I choked someone out at my school with that.
Oh well.
Like,
Well, welcome to the club, kid.
yeah, it's like but they were just annoying me, and I'm like, screw it, I watch WWE, I can take this kid in a fight anyway, as a joke, in my head, and I put him in a sleeper, and he literally got knocked out, and I'm like, oh shit.
I didn't actually expect to win. Yay!
Yeah. And then I saw him the next day, and he had bruising all around his neck. I'm like, oh fuck.
But you know, he
I didn't get in trouble for it.
Yeah, he
That's
bothered you after that.
What?
My English is broken. Sorry. Did he pick on you after that?
Yeah, he still does.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, how old are you?
Just do it again.
No, it's really but like, so I have a group of friends. Pretty much, he's a person I talk to in lessons because he's all right. But outside of that, he's a dickhead. So like when I'm with
he's one of those pricks.
yeah, so when I'm with my friends, like I'm in lower sets because I'm dumb. When I'm with them, yeah. So when I'm there, like if he has like 2 friends in the whole school, and when one of them isn't there, and it's this really big kid who's like essentially defends him the whole time. And when he's not there, he just stares at me from the other side of like the break area.
Hmm.
And it's got to the point where I take a step towards him, he bolts.
What do you mean?
Like so say he's staring at me from the other side. If I notice him and I take a step to like I move my foot forward once.
Runs away?
Yeah, he'll be down the corridor at the other end of the school. And it's turned into it's turned into my joke when one of my friends was like, "Hey, he's looking at you." I'm like, "Is he? Where is he?" They're like, tell me roughly where he is. So I just turn around and I just see like his foot as he runs around the corner.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was inspired by Sonic.
Sonic 06. I'm pretty sure he hit a wall once.
I know it isn't wrestling, but I do have to say I actually enjoyed that game.
I did too, and it's scary to say.
It's so scary to say because
and I'm a minority. I really hated it. Sorry, guys.
I just feel like if I say that to the wrong person, I'll be shanked.
Well, I didn't like Shadow the Hedgehog. That was stupid.
My name's Shadow.
That was rubbish.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog. I have a motorcycle and a gun.
Oh, hail Shadow. Anyway, this is wrestling, not Sonic.
Oh yeah, do you want to talk about the tournament, by the way?
Huh?
Do you want to talk about the tournament, by the way?
Oh yeah. Tournament. Okay, the thing is apparently that they are going to make like a 1 hour show of that on the network,
Mm.
and the fact that it's based in England is we're going to have like the constant crowd like that, and that's something that pleases me and also really annoys me.
Because you know how many times they're going to get 10 chants.
Yeah, turn.
Especially after he's debuted, and that's all he's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Like when Jericho came back in 2011 or 2012, I imagine for like the first week of Ty being on the main roster, they just do the thing where he just says nothing and just does the 10 thing. And then he gets into the feud in the Rumble with whoever came out as number 10.
The thing is the one thing that I love about the English crowd, aside from me also being English, is the fact that they are so imaginative with their chants.
Yeah, I think McGuinness or Cole said on commentary it's probably due to the strong link with football and chanting that.
Yeah, but half the time I think they are just doing, to entertain themselves.
Yeah, and then that's also another thing, because as you see the crowds in Raw and SmackDown half the time, they're just sitting there looking bored as fuck. They're thinking,
and when they are bored, they just start chanting, "This is boring" or CM Punk.
Yeah, basically.
Whereas in England, when they're bored, they start chanting, "Hey, Jesus, will you be my God?"
Hey, Jesus, ooh, I wanna know if you'll be my God.
I think
we came up with
Blumpy
that.
said that he is happy that our Lord and Savior is so over in 2017.
Yeah, he did.
But most of the matches were average.
There wasn't a bad one.
There wasn't a bad one, but they weren't all great.
Yeah, the first round actually was a bit on the boring side for me.
As well, because like it's kind of obvious who's going to win.
Yeah, really.
Like, did you really?
There were a lot of moves that seem so simple, but you barely ever see. Like take Pete Dunne's X-Plex.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but you don't see it ever done.
Yeah, then he used it 6 times in a row, and then it got boring.
No, I enjoyed it. Really,
I like, especially in the final when he like did it to essentially continue punishment on Bate's shoulder. One thing I like as well that you ever see used is Connors. He did it once in the second round, the slingshot DDT thing.
Oh yeah, no, that was like slingshot reverse STF.
It's meant to be that's literally just looked up the name. It is a DDT.
No, because he did do it like a DDT. If you watch it again.
No, it was the moonsault.
No, it wasn't a moonsault. Because
it started as
Andrews,
one,
didn't he?
Yeah, it's a hammerlock DDT. It's a DDT where you kind of do it like an STF.
Mm.
That's what it is. Because that's what he changed Righteous Kill to, or now. Because originally that was just called the hammerlock DDT as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, "Why have you just named it the name of the move?" Blah blah blah. And then it got named "Don't Look Down."
You don't look down, especially because look it down. Oh wait, there's some that. Ow.
Yeah, or DLD as it's probably going to be shortened to.
Yeah, DLD. The thing is as soon as they started to show a lot of Pete Dunne, I knew the fact that he wasn't going to win.
Well, I thought he was, because the reason people thought Dunne and Seven were going to be the finals was because they were the two guys next to Triple H.
Mm-hmm. But again, that's the reason why I didn't expect them to win, because the people that are shown a lot are mainly the people that aren't going to win.
Well, no, because TJ was
John Cena.
Yeah, but wasn't TJ shown quite a bit in the CWC?
Yeah, but if you compare TJ Perkins to Kota Ibushi or Zack Sabre Jr.
Well, no, they were meant to win, but it was like
no chance.
Yeah, but that was because they didn't sign with the company. Ibushi was first pick. Sabre was probably second pick.
Yeah, and then they both left, so it left Metalik and TJ Perkins.
They didn't even leave; they just didn't sign.
Yeah, they didn't sign.
They got offered contracts.
Also,
can I just ask real quick, what happened to Metalik?
I don't know.
I think he's still. Maybe he's down in Full Sail.
Is he with the? I assume he's with the company. Grammys leak. Yeah, he signed to WWE still.
Mascara Dorada.
Yeah, I think he's
Mascara
down in Full
Dorada is
Sail.
a Mexican luchador currently signed to. He performs on the Raw brand.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he's learning English.
Most likely.
Well, that's something Sin Cara never did.
Yeah,
pro-
now
they're probably
I believe there are 3 luchadors in the WWE.
Yeah, there's Lince Dorado.
4.
There's
There's
Lince
Lince,
Dorado.
Grand Metalik.
Grand Metalik.
Oh no, 5.
Oh,
Because
Kalisto.
Almas
Sin Cara,
is a luchador.
Kalisto.
Almas
Poor
is a luchador as
Kalisto,
well.
he just ended up on the wrong brand.
He did. That didn't make any sense.
And then there's also La Luchadora, who's definitely a luchador.
Yeah, and definitely not Mickey James.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I. I just feel like saying Mickey James. Mickey James. Mickey James is La Luchadora. What? Who said that?
Yeah, and apparently already a few wrestlers wore that outfit.
Right, back
Yeah.
to the UK Championship.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
The thing is I enjoyed how much they protected the finishers.
They did. The only times I think people ever kicked out of it was Seven's match. The second one.
And the final.
And the
That was
finals,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because if you look there at, well, no, I think Pete Dunne kicked out of the Shooting Star Press. I think he did.
No,
no, he raised the knees.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, no, I thought. But who did Andrews hit it once on? I'm thinking of Connors. Sorry, I'm thinking when Connors counted
No.
it and then got hit by it.
Oh yeah, speaking of Andrews, that backflip senton thing, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, he went on Twitter earlier today and called it the Moon Scent. So that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that, to be honest.
I didn't. When he moved forward, I just thought he was too close to him.
Yeah.
and whoa, it was really awesome looking.
Yeah, it also kind of looked like a botch, and the way Dunn sold it as well, I thought he might have been hurt for a second.
No, I wasn't done with it. It was Connors, right?
No, he hit it on Dunn because Connors got the knees up for the
Oh yeah.
moonsault.
Yeah.
Because Connors, for some reason, obviously, because he was told to, after he tried to hit the back elbow backbreaker, he went for a normal suplex and not DDL, DLD even, and then he hit, what was it, Stun Dog Millionaire, I think is what it's called.
God damn.
The suplex stunner, that's what it is.
Actually, I still can't believe it. The the guys and you guys, I just realized the English people are the best at selling the disgusted face. It's just amazing.
What you mean, Regal? How he looked internally pissed
Yeah,
at Pete Dunne.
especially Pete.
Oh my goodness, yes. In the final when Pete Dunne came down and fucking
Regal was just glaring at him.
Yes.
Regal did not take his eyes off Dunne, and I find that really good storytelling. To
That's
be
why
honest.
Regal is class. I'm not
He is
surprised he's
so-
being considered for the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah,
Especially
there was
when,
that little moment where Dunn, just stepped a bit forward, then looked at the Regal face, and then stepped back a little.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
As well with
yeah,
Bate.
Pete Dunne honestly looks terrified of William Regal.
He did at the
Especially
end.
when,
At the end of night one, he
especially when-
didn't. He seemed kind of proud of himself and kind of like, oh, what are you going to do, old man? But when it got into night two, he legitimately looked scared.
especially when Pete Dunne, quote unquote, tore Bates
Partially tall.
yeah, partially torn like shoulder thing, and William Regal came out, and it literally looked like Dunne shat himself.
Yeah. As well with Bate, like, the way he came out and just looked pissed for the finals.
Oh yeah,
Like, I think I told you, like, Bate just looked pissed off.
Yeah.
so pissed. He still did a few waves here and there.
Yeah, he did. Like, he mockingly waved at
He
Dunne.
was really over.
Like,
with
when
the
they
crowd.
turned
He
the
was
lights off
so
and they did the
over.
introduction, he stood there and kind of waved at him. Like the Queen.
Mhm.
See, I still see Jack Gallagher joining Mustache Mountain.
Yeah.
But the fact that everyone did the wave back to Bate, I found it so classy.
Mm.
Like, it's always these like simple things that get over with the wrestling universe,
Yeah.
such as the yes chant, the 10, the wave,
The no chant, the what chant.
no chant.
Yeah.
As well, can we quickly talk about the Tyler Driver 97?
Oh, I love it so much.
Like, when they first said, oh, he's going for it, I thought, like, it's not just a pedigree, is it?
Yeah, I thought
Like, at first
the
I just thought he was
same.
going to drop a pedigree, and I'm like, oh, God. And then he flipped it into a powerbomb.
Yeah, and the first one was the most beautiful, I believe.
Oh yeah,
The one against Tucker.
how he just kept him there for a bit, then went into it. Oh, mwah.
The match with Tucker is probably, like, my third favorite of the night.
Yeah, it was one as well. Like I said, Bate versus Tucker, third favorite. Dunn versus Andrews, second favorite. Final favorite.
So, I have an issue with Andrews. I like his in-ring stuff. I just think he's a fuckboy.
And his theme as well. Ugh.
His theme was
Yeah.
annoying.
It was the
He-
only one that had lyrics in it as well.
Mm. Also, I found
No,
it weird how
wasn't
he
it?
changed
No, it
on
wasn't.
night 2. Wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
How
yeah.
he got changed.
I remember me and you talking about it, where it's just like every time he wins, he has to change his tights.
And I said about the
And I
2
was
out of
just
3
like,
falls thing.
In a 2 out of 3 falls, like if he gets a fall, he has to like run backstage, get changed, and
Change.
come all the way back.
But do the entrance at the same time.
Do the entrance at the same time.
And then also have to
Hey,
sell any
it's when-
injuries.
But yeah, as you were saying, they definitely have signed Pete Dunne to some sort of contract.
Dunn and Bate, I think, are definitely signed. I think
Well, of
Trent
course.
Seven and Joseph Connors as well. Simply because
Yeah.
they're not allowed to do stuff like WCPW. They're obviously signed.
Mm-hmm.
Other guys, I'm not too sure. Like, if they haven't signed everyone yet, some guys I don't see them signing might be T-Bone and Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Wolfgang,
Actually, I really liked Wolfgang.
Actually.
I liked him. I just think what the crowd saw in him, the guys backstage didn't.
No, honestly, because there was Bull Dempsey, that one guy. The thing is with him Bull Dempsey was the fact that he didn't have much of a moveset.
He didn't.
He was
Like, the
over with the
bullfit
club.
thing got over.
Much of a moveset. I see Wolfgang as what he could have been, but just wasn't.
Hmm.
Especially because Wolfgang,
well.
being how he is, can do like amazing moonsaults and a swanton bomb.
Yeah. Actually, I did not know no one in this tournament, and
A few people.
I believe they did a pretty good job, presenting them.
Yeah, I
in
think
the
that was
little
another issue with
videos.
night 2 with the Tommy End match. I think night 1, like, everyone's kind of mixed reaction to everyone because they didn't really know who they were.
Yeah.
It was like night 2 they softened up to everyone, and then Tommy End got a mixed reaction because probably not a lot of people knew who. Everyone there probably didn't know who it was.
As soon as
probably half
the
and
name
half.
showed up, he got a huge pop.
Yeah, that's probably because they heard, oh, this guy's been signed by WWE.
Yeah,
Like,
actually,
I doubt a
once,
lot of them knew
spoke
what
with
he's
him.
done. What, Tommy End?
Yeah, with Tommy End. He was in Hungary, and he wrestled a match with the Hungarian guys, and then that was sorry, and then there he stayed, for the after show, you can call that, and he is a genuinely good guy.
I assume he is. But like with seeing if we want to talk about seeing actual shows and stuff, I'm thinking about going to the True Destiny show from WCPW. Mainly because Kurt Angle vs Del Rio could be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm just hyped for the Rumble, and like that's
The Rumble
I
is
really
looking
don't
pretty
care.
good.
I really don't care about anything else right now. I just want to see the fucking Rumble.
The Rumble and TakeOver San Antonio.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact, I think San Antonio has more matches booked. Because I know we have, obviously, Nakamura Rude. Also, DIY vs Authors of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Which, sorry, DIY, you're dead. And then you're probably moving up to Remain. Because,
Yeah.
did you see the class list leak?
What?
the Performance Center, they have different classes. Do you see the leak?
No, I didn't.
Oh well, they leaked the top two classes, and in class one it was like Nakamura, DIY, Ty Dillinger. Who else? See if I can get it up.
Asuka?
No, Asuka wasn't on there.
Oh, what?
They really can't move Asuka out from there.
Not until she drops that
They-
belt.
Yeah, and the way Asuka is booked right now, she ain't gonna lose to nobody there.
The guys in the top class are Nakamura, DIY, Itami, Elias Sampson, Dillinger,
Itami, really?
TM61.
Elias, what?
Yeah. Alexander Wolf of Sanity.
Guitaring guy?
Yeah, him.
Huh.
Yeah, Alexander Wolf of Sanity. Andrade Cien Almas. And also something
What
I
do these
find.
classes do exactly? I don't actually keep up with this stuff.
This is like how they train them for the WWE stuff.
Oh, okay.
And one thing I find really surprising, and this is the top class, meaning these guys can all be called up at any time. Cassius Ohno.
Really? He just came back, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's in the top class.
Well, yeah, he is a really great performer, even though he took on a little bit of weight.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And there's a reason, like, Asuka's not specified why she's not here. And neither are, no one really knows why. But they specify Rude, Joe, and Aries will have special deals, meaning they don't train at the Performance Center.
Okay.
And the
Well,
cast below them is Authors of Pain, Roderick Strong,
Strong.
some guy I find funny, Dan Mather.
Oh, he was sick.
The guy Samoa Joe beat up and we've not seen since.
That was
Oh.
hilarious.
Yeah, Blake and Murphy, which I don't see them doing much. I think
Apparently they're redoing a lot of the characters as well. Murphy is one of them, I think.
one thing I find surprising, because I think they've been ready for call-up for 3 months now, Revival.
We
Yeah.
go hard all day, all night.
what do you
Yeah.
think? Which brand would suit best the revival?
SmackDown.
SmackDown easily.
SmackDown need them. Yeah, Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli, the two new tag team guys,
Hmm.
are also in. This is the one below finishing. Tommy End, Aleister Black, Killian Dane, Big Damo, and Oni Lorcan.
Demo. Only look. I-O.
But yeah, what I find funny is Cassius Ohno's just got back, and he's already nearly done.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Like he just got I'd say maybe draft call up after WrestleMania call up.
Yeah, and I believe CM Punk is really pissed now.
What?
He's pissed
You
all the
did-
time.
Yeah, you did not hear. Once, I believe, Colt Cabana was at a convention
Oh, the Colt Cabana thing.
where, yeah, and
Like he doesn't like Colt Cabana anymore.
yeah, have a mean streak, or I don't know, this is the right term to use. So they don't really talk to each other because Colt Cabana wanted to go to the WWE.
Yeah, like I just typed it in. The top thing is a What Culture article. Apparently and it's not even that. Like he doesn't really care because he's apparently still friends with Chris Hero. It's the fact that he's suing them
Well,
and Cabana's apparently helping.
Yeah, right. Well, CM Punk is a weird guy.
Punk's old news anyway.
Ever
But
since
you
the UFC
think
defeat.
you think he will come back?
One day.
I don't think so.
I think he will. One day. Not anytime soon. Not in the
Yeah,
next
so
10
do I.
years.
Maybe more.
Because,
But-
especially since there's going to run into a real issue. Because obviously he's been essentially Chris Benoit from the history books. There's a real issue when what John Cena's arguably best feud ever is with CM Punk. And when Cena gets picked to the Hall of Fame, because he will. How are they gonna not mention that?
AJ Styles wants a second easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Big Match John he likes to work with the new guys, so there are a few great feuds coming up for him.
True. I think one thing that would be interesting would be Samoa Joe and also probably Shinsuke Nakamura.
That'd be really good, especially because when John Cena was still developing, he did have a big feud thing with Joe. If anyone even remembers that. So I think Joe will go to SmackDown whilst Nakamura might go to Raw.
I think Nakamura might go to Raw simply because he's big money.
He's really big money,
and I really hope they're not gonna fuck him up.
Nakamura versus Rollins, Nakamura versus Owens.
Even to a lesser extent, Nakamura versus Roman.
Yeah,
Roman's not a bad worker.
No, but Roman isn't a bad worker, especially and that was especially shown against Styles.
Exactly.
Especially.
Like a lot of people say, "Oh, Styles carried him." He didn't. It's like that's the issue with wrestling. No one can physically be carried by someone else to a great match.
Mm-hmm.
You can be carried to an average match.
Yeah,
but when people are like, because I saw people saying the SummerSlam match, AJ versus Cena, AJ carried Cena. I said, no, he didn't. He wouldn't be able, you physically cannot carry a match like John Cena versus AJ Styles from SummerSlam. AJ cannot carry that match to how good it was. He could carry it to average.
Yeah, and speaking in Cena's name, you remember the US Open Challenge?
Exactly, they were all...
he had great matches with everyone.
Yeah, guys like Neville, Sami Zayn, even though Zayn got injured.
Wins.
Before the match.
Yeah. Ryder,
yeah.
Poor Ryder.
Poor guy, he got put in that title shot opportunity.
Yeah, he got his WrestleMania moment.
He got this WrestleMania moment, and that's all he's getting. Fuck him.
Yeah, and he was US champ once, I believe.
US champ once.
Then he got put in a storyline with John Cena.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's just commercially how that died.
He was in a wheelchair.
And saw his girlfriend cheat on him with John Cena.
And then said girlfriend kicked him in the balls.
And then he just kind of disappeared.
Then he just kind of.
Yeah, then he resurfaced in the Royal Rumble, I believe, and he had a huge pop. Then Bray Wyatt just threw him out.
Threw him out. Hi, I'm gone.
That was like the thing with when AJ debuted last year, and one thing I wish they kind of kept going, and turned it into a feud, which we haven't seen, was when AJ got eliminated.
Oh, and
and Kevin was like, "Hey, welcome to WWE," and just threw him out.
Yeah. That was great.
To me, that was like, okay, so WrestleMania is going to be AJ Owens.
And nope.
We got Y2AJ instead.
I would have preferred AJ Owens, but AJ Jericho wasn't bad.
Yeah, and AJ needed Jericho, to get used to the WWE style.
Well, apparently, according to AJ, Jericho's his favorite guy he's fought in WWE so far.
Yeah, and why Braun Strowman became so... yeah, that guy. He became so tolerable in the ring. He's not yet great, but he's in a good way.
He's definitely improving. It's
because Big Show training him at the house shows.
I think as well, one thing that we'll definitely be able to see is the Rumble, because if you remember last year, he got Big Show's leg caught.
Yeah.
Huh?
Last year in the Rumble, Braun eliminated Show, but he botched it and got the leg caught.
Huh.
I think the Rumble will definitely tell us how much he's come in, especially the span of a year.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, maybe he already can fall out from the ring. So yeah, I actually like Strowman. He's one of the best things on Raw right now.
I do, and apparently he's being booked up to beat Roman's match at Mania.
I can see that, to be honest.
Well,
I can, especially after the double spear.
Yeah, I first gave him, Jericho for the US title or something like that. First to try him out as a lesser champion.
Well,
The
something.
thing is,
yeah.
something that annoys me a lot is how people only judge wrestlers based on their moveset. It's not all about the moveset. It's about the charisma,
I know,
how they
like,
can
one thing
story,
I
how they can say all that sort of stuff.
say is,
Yeah, that's why Hogan could be the face of an era.
like, I've always said, so you can give me someone who can barely punch, but if they're amazing on the microphone, I'll buy into them.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like if all they do is punch and kick, and it's like their finish is a kick to the face, and like not even a super kick, like just a straight like a kick to the gut and then like a toe punch to the face. If they can talk a good story, I will buy into them.
Yeah, that was Austin's latest era. I don't know if you watch some of his matches, it's mostly brawls.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the greatest technical wrestler that ever lived.
Oh, no.
But he is great.
Just, if they're entertaining in their own way, great.
Yeah, and that's what's really count, if they can entertain us.
Yeah, much like Nakamura. He's come into an English-speaking country when he can barely speak it. And even the promos he did, do you remember the one with when he was talking with Austin Aries?
Yeah.
He was like, you don't speak Japanese, right?
Yeah.
No, it's like you can't understand Japanese, right? And he was like, I can't understand you. Yeah, me too. That was hilarious.
No, but one thing I like as well, like obviously not a hilarious, like a more serious one, the promo he had with Balor, when he's like, to become NXT champion, I have to defeat Icon.
Yeah, I have to defeat. How long he took to say to you? The fact that the crowd bought into it as well. That's
exactly
the thing.
One thing I think
is missing, especially WWE and Raw and SmackDown, is the fact that they don't get behind that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Like one thing I'm gonna say, and this is probably gonna give me a lot of heat if say this gets big. Doubt it will. Give me a lot of heat. Is the Finn Balor Nakamura match wasn't that good. It was all hype, but the build up, the like weeks build up we had was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and
the
actually,
match was
the
average.
Unbelievable confidence in Nakamura. When he speaks a language that he doesn't really get, he just rolls everything with himself. He just starts something, and he just knows that at the other end there will be greatness.
Yeah, like Joseph said, the whole when he had the problem with Austin and with Aries, and he's like, I can't understand you speaking English. He's like, yeah, I know, I can't either. Like that kind of obviously wasn't scripted at all.
Yeah, and that actually gives us a little bit more to like about him. We guys who don't speak English.
Especially with Asuka. Asuka, like, can't speak, is worse in English than Nakamura. But yet she is still so entertaining.
And one thing I think...
it really fits her, the striker who speaks small and hits big.
Yeah, like, especially her facial expressions when she was talking. Like, if you remember the contract signing against Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
All she said was, "You talk too much."
That's the one
facial expression when saying it. Oh,
like I'm pretty sure that's the only time I actually remember Asuka ever saying a sentence in English.
You
and it's just you talk too much. And that's just it.
And then slaps the face.
Exactly.
Yeah. And she doesn't really need to talk, She got that vibe in her that she's not
just that natural charisma.
Yeah, like the only way I see that being an issue is on the main roster, because Vince likes long promos, and the way I see get around that is stick her with Heyman, have Heyman say all the long stuff.
Yeah,
but in moments,
put him and go.
Yeah, like make the put him and go, but also when there's situations where it's 1-on-1, and it's like someone's talking a microphone directly to Asuka, build her as a character who has the ball to just take it from Heyman and be like, I talk myself. And have her kind of speak her really badly broken English, but she's so good with it.
Well, I believe Heyman maybe will sponsoring Rousey in the coming years.
He also said he wants to work with McGregor as well if he turns up in the WWE.
I don't think McGregor will be.
I don't think he will.
I don't really see Rousey coming to WWE.
Not after the 2 losses.
No.
Well, you know that that was buzz too, and in both UFC and WWE, that is the main thing
Hmm.
to generate buzz. And actually, Rousey just made the next star. So in that regard, it's a lot like wrestling.
One thing I find funny is, you know how when they did Raw in Chicago and they were chanting CM Punk, and Steph essentially shut the crowd up by mocking the time.
Yeah, and
One thing I find funny is
they
like
really
yeah,
shouldn't do that.
what, the crowd or
They,
the company?
yeah, but you know, the guy. Okay, if someone is in the on the ground, you just stop kicking him. For Christ,
No, well, one thing I
he.
find incredibly funny is like right after that, Ronda Rousey went and lost in less time than CM Punk. And if you remember back to WrestleMania 30, there's a little spot Stephanie had with Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you're mocking CM Punk, but you essentially got beat in a fight by someone who lasted less time than him.
Yeah, basically. Well, anyway, will that be it for this one? It's been going on for about more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I know I've got like a second bit of this I stopped recording like halfway through. But I do want to do one more thing.
One more thing.
One more thing. And it's something I normally do it every year anyway. But from the point, obviously, this is easier to do now than it is at the beginning of a year, of a wrestling year, so after Mania. With what we have now and what we know now, what do you think WrestleMania is going to look like as a card?
Oh.
This year or next year?
This year, the one coming up.
One coming up. Oh.
Damn.
Bearing in mind, I do this every year right after WrestleMania anyway.
I reckon it's going to be Kevin Owens versus Jericho.
For a
Yeah,
belt
that's
or
pretty
what?
much a given thing.
Charlotte versus Bailey versus Sasha.
Mm.
I reckon it's going to be Ambrose versus Ziggler title, Intercontinental.
You think they can do that again after SummerSlam?
Well, the thing is that was the main event, and that's why it was let down so much.
Also, it seems like Ziggler and Ambrose don't have a lot of chemistry in the ring.
They have a lot of chemistry. But yeah, but
Well, Ambrose
there's
has
a
that.
lot of time now for them to sit down and be like, okay,
True.
last time didn't work well. How can we improve?
True. Also, if you saw the
Well,
Stone
you
Cold
know,
podcast
Ambrose
interview
has
with
that
Ambrose.
thing when he just doesn't want to work with someone and he becomes lazy.
I don't think he does, because if you listen to the podcast with Austin that they have on the network, he straight out says that Lesnar didn't want to do anything for Mania.
Mm. And that's where that match sucked.
Yeah, because
Anyway,
Ambrose had all these ideas and Brock was like, "No, I'm doing what I do."
Taker versus Styles. I really want that to happen.
Is that what you think is going to happen, or what you want to happen?
I think and want.
Okay, because I did say what you think is going to happen, because the Mania I want is different to what I think we're going to get.
I reckon it's going to be American Alpha versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
I reckon the Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Club will go on to WrestleMania anyway. Especially if Balor
Is back.
is back.
I think he's all but confirmed he's going to be back in time for Mania no matter what, and it's just a situation of when.
And then
He will be cleared for the Rumble?
And maybe.
Well, I thought somewhere he said he definitely wasn't going to be cleared for a Roadblock or Rumble.
Well, either way, I do reckon it's going to be Balor versus Roman Reigns.
For the Universal belt?
Universal, yeah.
So going by that, you also think Roman is taking the belt
Yeah.
we established this earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I think he isn't going to win, but, you know. It's Roman, isn't it?
As much as we kick and scream. It's like we've been strapped down to a chair and they're just force feeding us shit.
It's probably going to be Goldberg versus Lesnar again, as well.
Apparently, there are only 2 locks for WrestleMania in matches, and that's one of them.
Mhm.
And the other one, I'm actually surprised you haven't mentioned yet.
Sorry?
There's, I think, one more match that's apparently a lock for WrestleMania, like it's happening. And I thought you would have mentioned it by now.
I'm trying to think of what it is, to be honest.
The SmackDown Women match?
No, I still see that going either way, because
Mm.
they have a pretty decent women's division. Can you not think of it?
Oh, Orton versus Wyatt.
No.
Fuck.
Do you want me to tell you it?
What?
Rollins Triple H.
Oh,
How can I forget?
That and
because they did not build it, that's why.
they're like that and Goldberg Lesnar apparently the 2 locks that are definitely happening.
Maybe they're throwing the Miz Daniel Bryan match.
I don't think they'll clear Bryan.
Well,
well-
it's the fact that Miz is a safe worker.
Well, thing is, even with the safest worker, something can go wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, something can
Like-
go wrong, but who knows?
Yeah, because like Kane is apparently the safest worker in the company, and Rollins got injured.
Yeah, but that's because they made him do a fucking tombstone on the steel steps.
That wasn't what got Rollins injured.
No, that was the power bomb.
Oh
know,
no! I
he
thought
came
you were
back-
still talking. I thought you were still talking about fucking.
No, that one was I think that was kayfabe. I think he got injured already, and they did that to get him off TV.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
I read somewhere that was
Well-
kayfabe.
Well, the thing is yeah, but you know that was just an unfortunate thing that happened with the Rollins, like a really unfortunate
Hmm.
thing.
Although apparently Survivor Series run was going to take the belt anyway, so it's probably better that happened than having Rollins lose to Roman.
Well, maybe you're right.
Mm.
Still, you know, we can dream, we can wish.
Yeah, a boy can dream, and I find awfully suspicious that Daniel Bryan just became this motivated as the SmackDown GM. You know, there's just fire between him and The Miz.
Well,
Mhm.
I did reading a bit, and I read somewhere that the CWC commentary he got asked to do, and he said yes. But because of his contract, he had to do something else, and he got told he was being SmackDown general manager. He didn't have a choice. So apparently he doesn't actually like it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and the first, I think, month or two, you could see on him, and right now he's going along with it just fine. He really looks motivated.
I think it's just that he gets to be around wrestling again.
I don't know. The silver lining always be a boy can dream.
That's
And
the
actually,
issue with
there's a really great story to be told.
in Bryan's career. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, and
They did allow Bryan to commentate on the cruiserweights, and that was really good, to be honest.
Yeah, they asked him if he wanted to do that, and he agreed to it.
And he did a really good job with Marrow.
Yeah. The thing is, Bryan's like, if you look at Bryan's career at face value, and if you know all the stuff backstage, Bryan's WrestleMania 30 match was meant to be against Sheamus.
yes,
It was meant to be Bryan, Sheamus, Punk, Triple H, and Orton Batista.
and funny actually how things turned out at the end.
Because if you look
CM
at it as
Punk
well,
left, and
if
that,
Punk never left,
yeah,
Triple H would have
Done.
still lost Punk, and Bryan probably would have still lost Sheamus.
yes, and Batista would be in the champion.
Yeah, Batista would have won
Would
the
have
belt.
been, yeah. And then Batista just went to every that was the year when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and that would have been the PR thing for the WWE. That
They would have promoted that, hey, the guy in Guardians is our Dutch champion, but
Yes.
Bryan got so big, and so, like, especially since they tried to get rid of that for 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
and they couldn't do it, and it got to the point where, like, we have no choice. He has to win this championship at WrestleMania. Especially
Yeah, and
since
that-
he wasn't even in the Rumble match that
And
year.
it caused probably one of the best moments in WrestleMania history, to be honest.
Exactly, like, whenever people talk about WrestleMania and stuff, or like if I ever told someone, hey, I'm a fan of wrestling, like, oh, what's the biggest event of the year? And I'm like, oh, WrestleMania. And they're like, oh, what's that? So they look it up, and one of the first pictures that always comes up is Brian with those two belts, doing the chant on the tables.
Yeah, and in really long years, that was the coolest, heartwarming thing in WrestleManias.
But from WrestleMania 28 to 32 was the last one. What other main event do you ever remember being that excited for?
I don't remember, to be honest.
I mean, we had Cena Rock 2 years in a row.
Twice in a lifetime.
Exactly, once in a lifetime, then again the second year.
And they knew, and that was just...
Then we got the Bryan match, and then the after that it was Roman and Lesnar, and the only reason people popped for that was because Rollins cashed in.
Oh yeah, but that was a really smart move, to be honest.
That was apparently decided the day of.
And I believe that was the last time we saw the curb stop too, as Rollins' finisher.
Yeah, it was. Because after that he tried the weird DDT thing.
Yeah, and that did not really work out for him.
He fell
Although I thought it looked cool.
I thought it looked cool, but it also looked stupid because he went on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I wish he could have kept the Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't know why they. I don't know why they.
Yeah, as a signature.
I don't know why they allow him to do the fucking Phoenix splash.
Well, he never hits it.
No, he hit it once on John Cena, but then Brock Lesnar came and like, nope.
Yeah, so he's only hit it once. That's why they let him do it.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's if they allow Neville to do the Red Arrow, which looks amazing, why can't they allow Rollins to do the Phoenix Splash as a finisher?
Because they keep what I've read is this is back when he was heel, so this was a while ago. He said, and he started using the pedigree. He said he's using the pedigree until the match with Triple H, then he's pushing to be able to drop it, and he's gonna use something else.
Yeah, and actually, I don't really like when a main eventer have a corner finisher. It gives a bit of a time, between the hitting the finisher and setting up the stage, and I don't know, it just takes away something from the match.
Well, that's why Neville, since he's turned heel, started using a superplex as a secondary finisher as well. Which should be a finisher anyway, because it's a superplex. Yeah, I also don't understand why they took the Seth Walker away from Rollins as well.
Seth Walker?
That was his NXT one. It's like the Salita del Sol, but he doesn't do the sit-down thing.
Let me see it.
I have to look it up now.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Shiruna, I think. It's also got called Skywalker at one point, I think.
Oh yeah, that thing, like a standing. What was it?
Oh, really? What Callisto is using?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Slightly different. Like Callisto, I think lands on his butt.
Yeah, Callisto basically just sits when he does it.
Yeah, Rollins kind of goes through.
All the way down, yeah, like just lying.
Actually, it looks really cool.
It does look cool.
Yeah, he's only used
it
once.
But as a heel, he can't really use it. It just generally popped the crowd. That's why he started
Neville's
to fly.
using Red Arrow still.
Yeah.
Which I think is still stupid.
Although I feel like I feel like they're just allowing him to use it because it's something unique to him.
Well, as well, like because when he was face, he did a lot of like high flying stuff. Since he's gone heel, all he's really done is the Red Arrow from the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't do as much aerial stuff anymore.
He just beats the living crap out of people.
Yeah, and that's the probe. That's the 101 in wrestling. A heel high flyer really doesn't work.
Unless you can do it well, like... Well, even though with Eddie, like, even when he went heel, he kind of lost some of his high-flying stuff.
Yeah, and Eddie... Well, I could never buy him, really, as a heel. He was too lovable.
The thing with Rey Mysterio's kid.
Yeah, that was just a mess.
Silly.
It was good, though.
The match was great, but the things that WWE sometimes do is silly. really silly.
Yeah,
What,
but
like
you
when
know.
Paige mentioned Charlotte's dead brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
that just took
That
the
was just
soul out
terrible.
of me. It was so bad
It
and
was.
so uncalled for.
And like no one was surprised that they didn't like mention it in the promo package.
Yeah,
Because that was why Jim Ross got fired from WWE.
yet again.
No,
Jim
'cause
Ross gets always fired.
No, because last time he was there, they were doing a panel for WWE 2K game, and Ric Flair got drunk, and it was
Yeah.
like right after Reed died, and Jim Ross couldn't keep him under control, and so like up there it was like a bunch of proper legends, like people who are on legend contracts, and Daniel Bryan, and in the middle of this panel, Ric Flair just flat out says Bryan should be here, he's not a legend, and then started swearing, I think.
Yeah, but I believe I'm not saying it wasn't after his son died, but I think it was 6 months maybe, but it's still too close.
So yeah, that was his son.
Yeah, I know.
I can understand why.
Yeah, and
Paige is probably gonna be out of a job by the end of the year, so.
Mhm.
yeah, probably as fast as they can take the next wellness policy test.
Exactly. As well with the stuff with Del Rio and Del Rio getting arrested abroad.
Yeah, I think the Rio really shouldn't have gone together with Paige.
Well, you know, things happen. Anyway,
Well, they're engaged, so.
Right now. Yeah, that's... Oh, why?
I don't know.
anyway.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, yeah, shall we call it here?
Thank you for. I didn't actually do an intro for this. Well, I'll do an outro now. Thank you for joining me for Assholes Talk Wrestling, where I get a bunch of assholes off the internet and talk about wrestling with them.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you too. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at MegaCCYT. Yes, I stole that from TJ Perkins. Fight me about it. Do you want to plug anything like a Twitter or something? I don't care.
Just come here very often and listen to my sexy voice. That's it.
Do you want to do another one then?
Yeah, I don't really have a sexy voice like Josie here, but I try my best. Bye,
You're Hungarian.
guys.
They'll love you. You're foreign.
Never. I'm too foreign for them.
But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking out your time out of your days or nights, because it's nearly 11 o'clock in the UK.
Whatever.
Yeah, thank you for taking your time out of your night to do this with me. And if you feel like doing it again, I'm probably going to do another one. So,
Absolutely. This is
Suck it
awesome.
up.
do you want to do one for the Rumble then?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, after the Rumble, we'll do one. You set yourself up now. You can't do it. This is a video.
Damn me.
You think I'd say that without cutting the recording? Are you dumb?
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, see you guys.